Hello, YouTube. This is Fragments of Memory once again. Tonight I begin with a quote. I'd rather see a cat with a processed head and a natural mind than one with a natural head and a processed mind. That quote is attributed to Mr. H. Rap Brown, a civil rights activist. Now, Mr. Brown had a very good grasp on things, on life, on the world. And that quote is going to be my response to one Mr. Testizel, a fellow YouTuber whom you should check out. And Testizel, he talked about the hood rat and the thug. Those folks are not just in the so-called poor neighborhoods, in the so-called ghettos and hoods of America. These people can be in your universities. These people can be in your colleges. These people can be in your community centers. These people can wear cowrie shells, locks, and spout Afrocentric philosophies, and wear scented oil and burn incense and spit spoken word poetry, and can have some of the most thuggish and hood radish tendencies on the planet. So as always, I do agree with this one. I'm with you on this one, Mr. Testizel. And there's one thing that keeps popping up in our culture, and that is, I've got to be better than the other person. I'm better than you. Or at least I'm not that guy. And we do something called comparative evil. And I think I spoke about it in an earlier video. And about being the offender or being the offended. And sometimes we think we're the offended when really we're the offender. And it does seem to be this elitism, this bourgeoisie's attitude when it comes to our style of life. Hey, so-and-so's pregnant. I'm better than that pregnant lady over there. Or, hey, that guy's caught an STD. And when we do speak about these sexually transmitted diseases and sexually transmitted infections that are out here, when they talk about Black America, they're not just speaking about people in the ghettos and the hoods and the projects and in the poor neighborhoods. They're talking about Black America as a whole, as Testizel wonderfully pointed out. This ghetto thug hood rat mentality, it is just that, a mentality. It is not a style of dress. It is not a lingo, a slang. It's not the music. The music, the dress, and the lingo all stem from and originate from the mindset, the mentality. And these things reinforce, not only do they stem from that mentality, but they reinforce certain behaviors. So no, we shouldn't say simply because someone belonged in a certain area that it automatically makes them such. Because I've seen many people that come from quote unquote bad neighborhoods ascend to great heights. And I know people that have been well off that have crashed and burned in their lives only because of the mindset that they were in and the actions and behaviors that they undertook. So that's one thing I think we all need to check ourselves on, is let us not assume we're better than anyone. I believe man is a creature of both virtue and vice, and that we can't give in to our vices so quickly, even though it's tempting to give in to your vices. It's tempting to want to indulge in your tastes and indulge in the things that are around you, but just because it's there doesn't mean you should. So I would say strive to be good people, whether you're from the hood or whether you're from the suburbs. Strive to be decent, upstanding, righteous people. Not, I don't want to be like Pookie in the hood. Well, Tommy in the suburbs is doing his dirt too. And sometimes I've even heard YouTube videos, and I've heard just people on YouTube discussing that prim and proper girl that was raised, come from good quote unquote stock. She goes to college and goes wild and becomes promiscuous and does worse than the girl in the hood that's supposedly been around, passed around. So, good shot on this one, Mr. Testizel. I think that we need to cultivate good character. So we don't have the hood rat thug mentality. Just because pop culture reinforces it or just because someone else around you is this way doesn't mean you have to buy into the lie, the trap, the trick. So that's really my 2 cents on it. And this is the Armchair Philosopher, and I'm out.